Welcome back to another up close product video. This month round we are going to be taking a look at a few items that I've managed to pick up from Rhino Tech. Now these guys have got some really cool products that are really going to help with my self takes and my sort of night filming and just generally getting better quality shots whilst I'm out on the bank. So this month we're going to be taking a look at the Rhino Release. That is a shutter pedal for my main camera. We're going to be taking a look at the Rhino Beam V3, which is yeah, a really decent, high quality, powerful little LED lamp there, which will hopefully improve my night filming as well. And then inside this little box is a little mobile mount that's going to be perfect for just staying sort of lightweight if I'm not carrying all the other bulk gear, but still allow me to get a few cat shots while I'm out on the bank. So let's have a little bit of a closer look at each product. Well, first up then, let's have a look what is inside this little box. So as I mentioned, it is the mobile phone mount. It's called Rhino Snap. It is $11.99, and as with all the products in the Rhino range, you get free delivery, which is a massive plus. I hate paying delivery on pretty much anything, so yeah, this is a selling point in itself. But inside the little box you get this metal mount. So as you can see, it is literally pocket sized. Now, you know, if you don't want to carry the bulk of your gear, your big, you know, camera bag, that sort of thing, you're only going for a few hours, then this will perfectly fit, like I say, inside your pocket, your tackle bag, tackle box, whatever. Is small enough, like I say, to fit in wherever you need to put it without carrying a load of gear. Now it's metal, so it's not flimsy by any means. It's not going to snap, going to break. It's going to last you basically. So yeah, metal actual body. Inside the actual lips that hold sort of mobile phone are two little sort of foam inserts. So that's just going to protect the outer casing of your phone. This clamp is spring loaded, so it opens up quite wide, and I'm pretty sure it will accommodate most phones on the market. So that is again nice and sturdy. That's going to hold your phone in place. It's not going to rattle around, move or anything like that. Like I say, there's enough tension on there to really clasp down on your phone and keep that in place. That is as simple as it gets. Literally prise it apart, pop your phone inside, just sit it nicely in between the sort of two lips of the mount, and yeah, that ain't going anywhere. That's rock solid, no movement whatsoever. So if you couple that with an app called Whistle, the Whistle app, you can get some great little self takes on there, and that is, like I say, a perfect little pocket size setup that will allow you to get some cat shots whilst out on the bank. I've recently used it in some really rough weather when I was doing a few hours recently, and yeah, without carrying like all my expensive sort of camera gear, like I say, this just perfectly coupled up together with that app and allowed me to get some cat shots of my prizes. So that is exactly how the phone fits in on the mount. So on the bottom of the Rhino Snap, as you can see there is a sort of thread hole in which, if you can get a Bankstick adapter, you can essentially screw it in to the bottom, which will allow you to then screw it into the storm pole, Bankstick, however you want to use it. So essentially just creates a nice little tripod for you to just be able to dig into the ground, pop your phone in, get it all nice and straight, and have a hands-free sort of photography setup. One last thing that I wanted to show you with the Rhino Snap is, if you can see there, it's got a slot in the top. Now that is where you fit one of the Rhino beams. So essentially all you do is just slide in the mount of the beam to the slot. As you can see, that then gives you really powerful LED light on your mobile phone mount to be able to get a bit of night filming or those night shots, but perfectly fit inside one another, nice and solid, nice and sturdy. Again, just making sure that light is beaming straight at you and your catch, giving you better quality cat shots at night. Next up then, let's have a look at the Rhino Release shutter pedal. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, I was struggling with this little remote that I picked up from eBay for like less than a tenner. It's got about 3 foot of cable on it, and yeah, I used it through winter, and yeah, it really didn't serve the purpose that I needed for. So these guys at Rhino have actually brought out this Rhino Release, which is a shutter pedal, and with 10 foot of cable attached to it, and will fit most models of camera on the market. Now, you can actually check that online for the compatible models that you can use this with, as they do actually have a number of adapters for this pedal as well. So let's get it out of the box, have a little look, and I'll talk you through exactly how it works. So there we go then, genius little idea. As you can see there, 10 foot of cable, so there's no need for faffing around anything like that when you've got your fish on the mat. This will accommodate most cameras sort of distances that you need to be for you know, those catch shots. So when you're sort of setting your camera back to get your catch shots and get you all in frame, there's 10 foot of cable there that's going to allow you to still have this nearby so that you can actually use it. In this little box we have an adapter that essentially fits my Sony camera. Now, there are 3 or 4 different adapters available, and as I mentioned, it is well worth looking on the website to just make sure you get the right adapter for your camera. It's even worth pinging the guys a message like I did, just to make sure that your adapter, like I say, fits in your camera, because there are a few different versions on the website. So it's well worth having a look beforehand, or even sending them a picture of your sort of camera, just so that you know 100% that this is going to fit. So 3 or 4 different adapters on the website to look at. So how does this actual shutter pedal work then? So all you need to do is obviously fire up your camera, get the adapter plugged into the end of the cable. So you plug your adapter into that end and obviously into your camera, get it all laid out, get this where you want it to be. So whether you're using your foot to press it down or your knee, then yeah, just get it into position. Then what you need to do is to obviously make sure your camera is in autofocus, and this pedal then will pretty much do the rest of it for you. So when you're ready to take your catch shots, you literally just press down on it halfway, and that will set the autofocus, and push it all the way down, in which it will take your catch shot. It couldn't be as simpler as that. No faffing around, you got both your hands free to hold the fish, whatever else, you know, there is nothing else you need to do apart from press your knee or your foot halfway down and then all the way down to get your catch shot. It's sturdy, it's well made, it's metal, so it's not going to break. It's got 4 little rubber feet on the bottom there as well, so it's going to give you, you know, a bit of a surface to stand on as well, and just keeping it off the floor as well. But as I say, it is metal, it's not going to fall apart, it's not going to break through use. That is going to be built to last. On the front there is a bit of a sort of rubberized grip as well, so if you are sort of using it in wet conditions, then that's just going to give you a little bit of extra grip to make sure your foot or your knee is not going to be sort of sliding off it when you're looking to press down on it. But yeah, it really couldn't be simpler than that. Literally, camera in autofocus, press it down halfway, wait for obviously your camera to focus, press it all the way down. You'll hear it click, and obviously you'll see it on your camera, and you'll get amazing catch shots. I've not yet used this, I've used the mobile mount, but it is seriously going to change my self takes, because yeah, like I say, I've faffed around in the past. It was absolutely hard work, and to be quite honest, that will be going in the bin. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at the Rhino Beam V3. So the V3 then is nearly half the size of a V2, which is the previous model. So again, bringing it down to really small sizes, will fit in most camera bags, and just generally being easier to sort of carry around and stuff like that. So that's what I'm all about. I don't like lugging around, you know, massive bits of kit and stuff like that. And for such a powerful light, that is really, like I say, packed inside a real small little compact light. So let's get it out of the box and have a little look, see what we get inside. So obviously comes bubble wrapped there as well for a bit of protection in transit when it's being posted out. Again, free delivery, which I absolutely love. What else is inside the box? So set of instructions, not that you really need it because it is pretty much self-explanatory. And then what we got, so you also get the charger cable as well, USB Type-C charger. First look at the light then, it is literally the size of the palm of my hand. Now that is perfect for what I need. As I mentioned, I don't like lugging around masses of gear, and the smaller the camera gear can be, the better really. So yeah, literally the palm of my hand. So perfect for being lightweight and mobile. As you can see around the edge, slots in which you can actually join other Rhino beams too. So essentially you could have sort of 1, 2, 3, 4 all mounted onto each other for real sort of powerful shots. On the side there you can see obviously there's an off, a low and a high, and that is where obviously you just slip that USB charger into to charge that up. On the bottom there, Bankstick adapter sort of thread in which you can mount that to a separate Bankstick if you really wanted to. Or obviously it has got the mount on there. If you can see, it is rather sunny today, but it's got the mount for those cameras that will accommodate sort of lights and flashes and stuff like that on top as well. So the front there, as you can see, that is where there are 42 LEDs inside there, and with obviously the little button on the side as I showed you, it's currently off. You've got a low and then you have a high, so you can see the difference. Obviously you'll be able to tell at night time. I have tried it, I used it last night, and you can certainly tell the difference between low and high. To be quite honest, I used it on low and that was more than enough, so I can only sort of assume how strong and powerful that high is. But yeah, off, low and high, 42 LEDs inside there. These little lights then are rated at 85+ CRI. Now to you and me doesn't really mean much, but I looked into it a little bit more and kind of understood what that actually meant. So it means that the output of this light is compared to what it would be in sort of daylight conditions. So it's a scale of 0 to 100. Now this is at 85+, which essentially means the output of this light compared to objects that you were shooting in daylight, this would be very, very close to, like I say, shooting as if you would outside in the middle of the day. So these are rated at 85+, so at night time you would expect all the sort of background scenery and yourself to be sort of really illuminated as if you were taking shots in, like I say, in the day. So at 85+, you are going to get some real great quality shots, and that is exactly what I want for my filming. Also built in to the Rhino Beam V3 is a softer diffuser, and what that means is essentially what it says in the title. It just softens and diffuses the intensity of the glow from these 42 sort of powerful LED lights. So it's not a hard glow, you're not sort of getting any sort of light reflection off of yourself and your fish. It is just softening that beam coming out of these 42 LEDs just to make it an all-round sort of better picture and better photography. So the last point I want to make about these little LED lights is that these LEDs are white. So essentially they are 6000K, which means they are within the white sort of spectrum of the Kelvin sort of light scale. Now that runs from sort of 1000 up to 10,000. So 1000, the low end, is sort of orangey yellows, possibly even touching on reds, giving sort of warmer glows of the bulbs. Right up to 10,000, where they are more of a sort of a blue, an icy blue, cool blue, whereas these ones are on the 6,000 sort of mark within the sort of scale, and these will give off a nice white soft glow, like I say, with that softer diffuser, but you're going to be getting that sort of nice white lighting, which will just light up yourself and obviously your surroundings perfectly. So actually, before I round this video up, I thought I'd show you one sort of last little piece of kit that is probably quite useful. especially for, you know, the products that I've shown you in this video, and that is this little Bankstick adapter. Now they do actually sell these on the website as well. I did order a couple just because they are super handy. Again, as I mentioned, just allows you to screw the mobile phone mount into the top, get that thicker thread end into a Bankstick, and like I say, that will just keep your setup nice and sturdy. But yeah, without one of them you won't be able to mount obviously the Rhino Snap onto a Bankstick. And again, with the V3 Rhino beams, perfect for sort of mounting onto Banksticks as well. So these little adapters, super handy, well worth ordering a couple. That's exactly what I've done, just to allow me to get various different pieces set up in and around my sort of unhooking mat area and stuff like that for the night takes. But yeah, super handy, super useful, well worth just ordering a couple at the same time.